Hello and welcome to my first tutorial where I'm showing you how I made this painting. First, I get all of my supplies ready. I have tape, paint, water, cups, glue, silicone spatulas, my canvas of course, canvas stands, and I do this over a finger painting tray. The first thing I do is tape the back of my canvas and then I'll mix my paint. Taping the back is totally optional, but I know I'm going to get a lot of paint on the back, so I tape it up and remove the tape after it dries to give it a clean look. No one is really going to see the back of the canvas if they're hanging it up, so like I said, it is up to you, it's your own personal preference. Next, I am mixing my paint. I use a ratio of 1 to 2 to 1 of acrylic paint, Elmer School glue, and water. There are a lot of options for your paint mixture. Most people use Floetrol instead of glue, and because of that, they may need to use a different ratio. And some people may add different components to create cells. This is just the way I like to do it, it's how I always have, but I may adjust that ratio based on what I'm actually trying to make. But for this painting today, I am just going with my usual measurements. You may notice I have 2 different shades of yellow here, and that's just because I didn't have the exact color of yellow that I was wanting, so I made it myself. Here I'm adding tape to the side of the canvas and folding it over to create a ledge so the paint isn't dripping over right away. I'm also adding paint to the corners and sides because I don't always use a lot of paint, and sometimes those edges and corners just don't get covered. I didn't actually need to do this today because I used more paint than I normally do, but that's okay. Now I'm combining my mixed paint into 2 cups and adding just a little of each color at a time. You can't really see all of my cups off to the side, but I'm just going down the row one after the other. In my second cup, I'm adding each color the same way, but in the opposite order, so both sides will be a little different. Here I was trying to show you what the paint looked like in the cups, but it didn't really work with that angle. And now I'm just going to flip the cup over and I'm gliding it across the canvas. I let the cup sit for a minute or so, that way all the paint drips out, and I'll use my heat gun to pop air bubbles, and I just start moving the canvas around. Now that I have my canvas covered, I can go ahead and take the tape off of my sides. The tape does not always come off that easily, so that was extremely satisfying. Now I just keep rotating the canvas until I'm satisfied with the designs. I may go in and add some swirls and lines of myself to add to the painting as well. And then I go back and I make sure all of my edges and corners are covered too. This is my first stopping point. It looks great, but I'm not sure I'm completely satisfied with it yet, so I go back in and make more adjustments until I am. And here we have the final result. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please let me know and follow for more.